Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to Big 12 Week Number 5 reactions. It's crazy that we are almost already halfway through the season at this point, but time flies when you're having fun, I guess, am I right? So, if you're new to the channel, this is what we do here. We break them down, then we give our predictions in the next video. So, if you're into college football content, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. Tomorrow, we will, of course, later today, we will have, of course, our Big 12 prediction video and NFL reaction video. So stay tuned for those. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. Tomorrow, we'll have our ACC reactions and predictions. We'll also predict the NFL and predict the AHSAA games. Thursday, we'll do the same thing. We'll probably talk about a little something else, maybe play our Road to Glory episode that we haven't done this week. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right into these Big 12 Week Number 5 reactions. Alright, so kicking us off on Friday night, two absolute banger matchups on Friday night. Then we'll talk about the Saturday games. But the first one was Arizona State hosting 24th ranked TCU, and TCU going down. Sam Levitt and company getting the job done. I pretty much watched the majority of this second half game. I was at a high school game Friday, but I was able to catch the second half because of how late the game started. Sam Levitt looked really good. I thought 291 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but the defense for Arizona State is what got them the job done, and they, of course, are 4-1 and 2-0 in the Big Ten Conference. Like I said, even though they lost Scadaboo and some defensive players, they are still going to be a threat in this Big 12. That is for sure. Now, moving on to the second banger of the matchup. I actually went to bed and did not watch this one. Houston going on the road and getting the job done at Oregon State. Houston is a legitimate threat, guys. They are 4-0 on the year, 2-0 in conference play. Wingman, the quarterback for Houston, has been playing lights out football. 270 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in this game, 20 of the 36 for, of course, passing completion for all those interested out there. Houston getting the job done. Their offense is legit, guys. Connor Wingman is going to be a problem in the Big 12, and he is going to light up defenses, or teams, that do not have defenses, and Houston is definitely going to be a threat. They start out 4-0 and 2-0 in Big 12 conference play. Now, let us go ahead and talk about Saturday's matchups. Yes, we had a few matchups on Saturday. Not a whole lot going on Saturday, but there were some good ones in there. We'll start off with this one. Cincinnati going on the road to Kansas, and I literally called this one. I said this would be one of the Big 12 matchups, game of the week, and it was. Cincinnati getting the job done. Go ahead touchdown, of course, with 29 seconds left. Thanks to to Walker, the running back, the wide receiver for, of course, Cincinnati, are getting the job done. Cincinnati's quarterback, though, did not look good at all. Jalen Daniels was by far the better quarterback. 448, 4 touchdown passes on the day. Kept his team in the game single-handedly. I'm telling y'all, Jalen Daniels is the truth in this Big 12 conference. Kansas is going to scare some teams. I know their record right now is 3-2 and doesn't really show it, but they're going to be a really big threat to some teams and defenses in this Big 12. If a team is not prepared for Kansas, then Kansas is going to walk all over them. That is for sure. Kansas getting the job done at home against Cincinnati in that matchup. Now, let us talk about the, I believe, 11 a.m. game here on the Big 12 slate. We got Arizona going into Iowa State, and I thought Arizona was going to upset them, but it looked like it for a minute, right? Obviously, they were hanging around in there in that second quarter, but I think the defense just gave out for the most part, allowing Iowa State to score 14 in that third quarter and 3 in that fourth quarter, where they had 7-0. So I think the defense, what it was, it just gave out. Again, the quarterback Flitz did ball out in the second half. 263, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad day at the office for the Iowa State quarterback, as Iowa State gets the job done, and they improve to 5-0 on the year and 2-0 in Big 12 conference play. They are also going to be a threat in this Big 12. Now, let us talk a little bit about UCF and Kansas State, because this one was a little bit of an okay game. However, UCF did have the lead, but Kansas State coming back, man. They get the job done. Obviously, 2-3 now in Big 12 or in the overall, 1-1 in Big 12 conference play. Not the greatest start in the world, especially for quarterback Avery Johnson, but he had a solid game, 168 yards, 2 passing touchdowns for him, as Kansas State does get the job done at home in that matchup. Baylor, Oklahoma State. This one was very close up until like the final quarter or so. I know Baylor scored a bunch in that second quarter, but Oklahoma State was able to match it. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Oklahoma State's coach, Mike Gundy, did get fired. Oklahoma State off to a 1-3 start, 0-1 in the Big 12, but their offense has looked a little bit better than it has in previous weeks. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. But Sawyer Robertson balling out, 4 touchdown passes, 393 passing yards. A little light day at the office on this Oklahoma State defense as Baylor gets the job done and makes Auburn's win look a heck of a lot better. Now, let us talk a little bit about Utah. West Virginia, Utah blowing out West Virginia. Of course, the quarterback for Utah, 237, 4 passing touchdowns. Not a whole lot to say, guys. I told y'all this was going to happen. I said Utah was going to blow them out, and that is exactly what happened. West Virginia's defense is not that good, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, Utah getting the job done on the road there. And then to round us out on Saturday, this one was a good one. BYU at Colorado. Colorado's defense selling. Obviously, BYU getting the job done. The quarterback for BYU played really well. I watched this game pretty much from start to finish to wrap us up on a great Saturday night in college football. 179 passing yards, 2 touchdowns on the day for the BYU quarterback as BYU, they are now 4-0 and 1-0 to start Big 12 conference play. Their offense is legit, guys. They have some playmakers on that offensive side of the ball. However, Williams did ball out for Colorado a little bit, but the defense for Colorado is not what it's going to be with Travis Hunter being gone and stuff like that. So how do you expect that to happen? BYU getting the job done on the road in Colorado to go on to 4-0 on the year. They will be a threat in this Big 12 conference. However, y'all let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn this bell on so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Like I said, we're going to have Big 12 predictions. Then, of course, we will have NFL reactions. So stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button. Leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.